Hey everybody, welcome back to Focal Collective. I'm Mike Lindle. Today we are going to be shooting with the Nikon F100 using a 35mm to 70mm 2.8 Nikkor lens. And we're going to be using Fujifilm's Pro 400H. I'm here on the Boston Common out in Boston. It's kind of like the Central Park, but in Boston. I haven't spent a ton of time out here, but I'm looking forward to exploring. Let's go check it out. The Boston Common really isn't that big. I guess I always have these high expectations for inner city main public parks coming from New York, even in California. The parks are pretty huge. This park is, twizzle around. Not a lot of stuff. It's pretty. There's some really nice views. The Nikon F100 is actually a pretty modern film SLR. It has a pretty robust built-in light meter. I can switch between spot metering, matrix metering. There are a couple different modes on there. It also, when I load film in, it'll automatically read the DX code and tell me what ISO it should be rated at, and it will usually automatically set that unless I choose to bypass that. There's an automatic reeler in here as well. So when I load film in, I don't have to hook it on a certain tooth and crank a lever or anything. I just kind of put it over the knobs, close the thing, hit the button, and it'll start loading and reeling it. So this is actually an autofocus lens, which is pretty phenomenal that it works on a film SLR. Not that the technology was necessarily unavailable, it's just something that I haven't had before owning this camera, and it's awesome, right? I can take a photo, I just click the button, do a half press, it'll autofocus. It's pretty snappy. I use this same lens. I'll leave a link in the description below. But I've used this same lens on my Nikon D750 and it autofocuses just the same. I think it's actually a little bit slower on the D750 because the external focus motor, for whatever reason, was slower than it is on the F100. Maybe because this lens was actually designed for autofocus on film SLRs. This lens is also kind of a vintage push-pull zoom, which is pretty unique to the lens. I personally like it, not many people do. Fuji's Pro 400H actually rivals Kodak's Portra 400. It's a daylight balanced negative film stock, and it works really, really well when you're working with direct light. Some of the cons about this film stock is that actually some people say it tints your images a little more on the green side of the tint scale, and a lot of people overuse this film stock when they overexpose their film like 4 to 5 stops, and it gives the images that like overexposed but like green kind of Instagram-y lifestyle look. It's very popular among wedding photographers. It's one of the reasons why we're actually shooting in Boston Common. I didn't really want to do cityscape or street photography with this film. I wanted there to be a lot of lush greens in the environment. Pair that with direct sunlight, and I'm hoping that the results are going to look pretty good. So, chasing geese right now. Got 12 shots left on the roll. Let's finish up the roll. Thanks so much for watching the video, guys. Again, I'm shooting with a Nikon F100 and I'm using Fujifilm's Pro 400H. If you liked the video, if you like the images, feel free to drop a comment below, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.